Good morning, my dear SS3 students at home. It's still your teacher talking to you from our school, still on our online classes. I know you are safe and you are well. I want us to look at still on our topic classification. I told us, according to what we are studying, that biologists have classified organisms into 5 main kingdoms. And there we have the kingdom Monera, the kingdom Protista, the kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and the Animalia. We have talked about the kingdom Monera, which include all bacteria. All bacteria are in that Monera kingdom. I told us that kingdom, that they are the simplest living organism, and they are made up of all bacteria and blue-green algae, and they are very small, that they cannot be seen with ordinary human eye, but with the aid of a microscope. I told us that they are all single-celled, and they are all prokaryotes. They lack a well-defined nucleus, and the chromosomes are free in a particular part of the cell. Then we talk about the kingdom Protista. Protista are unicellular organisms again, but these people are eukaryotes. They have a well-defined nucleus. That is, the cell structure is complex with a well-defined nucleus. And then many organelles are present, and each organelle carries out a definite or certain type of work. And then the eukaryotic cell is not only complex and highly organized, but they are also much bigger than the prokaryotes. These people, you can see them. They are bigger. Not that you can see them with ordinary eyes, but they are bigger than the moneras. Then I told us that this Protista kingdom, they live in water, moist places, and even seas, and even in body fluids. Body fluids. And I told us that they're divided into 2. We have the protophyta, plant-like. We have the protozoa, animal-like. Then I gave you an example of protophyta. We have organisms like the chlamydomonas and the diatoms. Then in protozoa, I gave you an example like the amoeba and the paramecium. Today we are going to look at another kingdom, the fungi. The kingdom fungi. Fungi include mushrooms, toadstools, bread mold, molds, and slime molds. These are what fungi includes. So fungi includes mushrooms, toadstools, bread molds, and slime molds. All fungi except slime mold are non-motile. That is, they don't move about. They are fixed in a place. They don't move about. The one that can move about is only the slime mold. So all of them are non-motile except the slime mold. They do not possess chlorophyll and so cannot make their own food. In other words, they are not producers. They are not autotrophs, since they lack chlorophyll. That is, they don't have chloroplast where they can manufacture their own food. Instead, most fungi are saprophytes. They are sacrificed. What do we mean by sacrifice? They are sacrificed, which make use of the food present in dead parts of plants. This organism called sacrifice, they don't manufacture their own food. They are under what we call decomposers. How do they get their food? They enter into dead plants and animal, causing their decay or their decomposition. They make the dead plants and animal to decay or decompose. In other words, that's what we call them, decomposers. They break down this food into simpler substances which they absorb and use, bringing about the composition of the dead organism, just as I have explained. Thus, fungi together with bacteria are important decomposers. I have mentioned the name, they are decomposers. Therefore, we find them growing on logs. As they are in logs, they grow on logs. On logs. Dead leaves, fruits, breads, is where they grow, and leather, they grow anywhere organism is there. Some fungi are parasites living and feeding on living organisms. These fungi cause diseases, especially in plants. So some fungi are decomposers, we have the parasitic ones. Those ones that causes disease in plants and animals are the parasitic ones. A few fungi like yeast are unicellular. Most fungi, however, are made up of branching terminal structure called hyphae. They possesses hyphae. Is plural. Hypha is singular. This branch throughout the substrate in which the fungus is growing and absorb food. This hyphae is just like root in plants. They use it to decay. That is, this hyphae is what grows inside the substrate. That is, the substrate is what they are. Assuming if it is bread mold, you see that if you buy your bread, after some time the bread decays and begins to give off pungent odor. That is decaying odor. If you after a few days, you go there, you see some bread mold. You see some blue in color, some red in color, some greenish in color. That thing you see have, first of all, decayed the inside of the bread. It grows from within, not outside. So the substrate is just like root, through which it now decays the bread inside. That hyphae enters into the bread. That's why you look at some people who just go and see bread mold and remove the back and begin to eat, not knowing that the thing has entered inside. And after eating, you now get poisoning, food poisoning. So this branch throughout the substrate in which the fungus is growing and absorb food. The branching hyphae form a network called mycelium. That is when the hyphae will branch themselves and come together, just like many fibrous roots in some trees. They now we call mycelium. Mycelium. This is what they use to cause decay of dead plants and dead animals. A hypha has a cross wall which divides it into cell-like compartments that contain several nuclei. The hypha wall is quite rigid and made up of mainly sheeting, a nitrogenous material that is similar to cellulose. Sometimes cellulose is also present in rigid cell wall, however, it's not present in slime mold. Now, what are we saying is that this organism grows on dead plants and dead organism, causing their decay and decompose them. Fungi reproduce rapidly by spores. Yes, I mentioned this spore formation as a type of asexual reproduction when I am talking to SS2. So I know that SS3, you know what spore formation is. It's a type of asexual reproduction where organism reaches maturity, breaks out, producing what we call spore, which are carried by wind. When that spore germinates, another plant comes up. It's a type of asexual reproduction. These are released into the surrounding air. When they settle on suitable material, they germinate and grow. Fungi also reproduce sexually. So that they reproduce by spore formation does not mean that they cannot reproduce sexually. So they reproduce asexually by spore formation and also sexually too. Like bacteria, fungi are also economically important. We want to talk about economic importance of fungi. Importance of fungi. Number one, they spoil food. That is, they are the major cause of food spoilage. They spoil food. That is, are the major cause of food spoilage. You may cook your soup and you didn't warm it well, or you warm it and tomorrow morning you see your food spoiled, sours. What I mean is simply that bacteria and some fungi have entered into it and decompose it. That is what happened. So food spoilage is caused by fungi. Diseases in crops, land, they cause diseases. Diseases in croplands. Yes, that they spoil food and cause disease does not mean that they are not useful. We have some of them are useful too. They are useful. Let's now talk about the usefulness of fungi. Just as I have told you that they are important decomposers. That is, they causes decay of their plants and their animals. They are important decomposers. Hence, they improve soil fertility. Yes, when they do this, when they decay the plants and animals, they increase soil fertility. They improve soil fertility. Because when they decompose them, those plants and animal organisms that decompose add manure to the soil, making the soil to be fertile. And then recycle inorganic materials in nature. They recycle inorganic material in nature. Because when they break down, the dead plants and organisms, nitrogen are recycled and fixed in the soil. The same thing with carbon. They The same thing with the oxygen. They break down all these things, releasing some nutrients. When they release the nutrients, inorganic material are cycled in nature. They are used to produce many important antibiotics. They are used to produce, this is in industry, many important antibiotics. Finally, some of them are edible. We have edible fungi like the mushroom. Some of us, our mother use it in making soup. It's not only in Nigeria that is being eaten, it is eaten all over the world. Though we have the poisonous one. That is why I said that some of them are edible, like the mushroom. So they serve also as food. So there is also hunt for mushroom all over the world now. So these are the economic importance of fungi. They spoil food, they cause diseases in plants. These are the side effects. But in their usefulness, they are important decomposers. They improve soil fertility. That is when they cause dead plants and organisms to decay and decompose. They add manure to the soil, improving its fertility. It also, as they do the same thing, you see that I put them together. The 2 points is still together. They recycle inorganic material. Why they bring about that decay? They recycle inorganic material in nature. They are used to produce many antibiotics. This is industrial use of fungi. Then some fungi are edible. They serve as food. Thank you for paying attention. God bless you.